Well, welcome back, guys. Today we will continue to start up our seedlings inside. So I have this Jiffy organic seed starting mix. You can use whatever seed starting mix, not potting mix, but seed starting is for starting seeds. You can use any mix that you want to use, and it doesn't matter because it's seed starting mix and they have the same purpose. Now, there's no food or fertilizing seed starting mix. So seeds can germinate without any fertilizer. So after they germinate, I think from 7 to 10 days maybe, you can give them a little organic fertilizer to help feed them. Now, I haven't found a good organic fertilizer other than the fish emulsion. I use it light strength sometimes, but that stuff stink and it brings in nets. Now, remedy to that would be using a little Miracle Grow. It takes away from being completely organic, but once they get big enough to transfer outside, you give them a little compost and let them sit, they'll be fine. Okay, we got a couple things to get. These are 11 by 14 inch dish pans that we got from the dollar store for $1.25 each. And we need some little peat pots. These little peat pots are separated. You seen them in the earlier video. Got 10 in them. These should come in handy because you can plant, put your soil in and then plant at the same time. And then you can transfer from inside the house to outside in a garden bed. So I like that. I've used them a time or two, and they have done well for me. Okay, we got the pots separated, so decide what seeds you want to go in the pots in each dish pan. It's best to keep one set of seeds in each dish pan so you won't get them all confused. Now it's time to get the seeds into some soil. Put your soil in, put some water in, let it sit for a while. Use the back of a pencil to make some holes. Drop your seeds in the hole. Put a little mix on top and put your dish pan in a window or either on the shelf, and put a heating mat underneath if you have one, but it's not necessary. They'll come up in the seed starting mix on their own. It takes like from 3 to 5 days with whatever seeds you have. Just review the back of a pack. My first seeds are curly kale. That's the most I raise in a garden. That's what I love the most. So you look at your seed, review the front and the back so you'll know how to plant them, how long it takes to harvest, and you proceed with your next seeds. The next thing I will be planting is called microgreens by the packet, but in all actuality, you can let these get as big as you want. You don't have to stop at them being microgreens because they have a variety of greens like mustard greens, the purple wave, the mustard mazzani, and the mustard tatsoi, kale red ursula, and purple, Carabe purple Vienna. I know I butchered that. But anyway, you can plant these and enjoy them small or big in a salad or in a pot. You'll notice that it takes from 2 to 5 days to germinate, and it tells you how deep to plant them, how much spacing to give them, and the height, the growing height. You can let them grow taller than that, and the days to harvest from 10 to 15 days if they are microgreens. But if you want them to be a pot, put them in a pot, have a pot green, I would let them be 65 days, like the front of the packet said. 65 days on another one to harvest. Like kale. Yeah, like kale, 65 days. If you've ever tasted mustard green, you won't forget it. I absolutely love any kind of greens. Turnip, mustard, kale, collards. These are my favorite greens, and it's time to plant them is right now. Yay! Now these kale on the back, I don't think we reviewed the back of the pack. You can plant these inside or outside. It takes 65 days to harvest. And my planting zone is in zone 8B. It can be planted in the end of February, which I'm going to plant some inside in the pots, and then I will plant a few on the outside. It's 65 days to harvest. They better grown for a fall crop. They are cold tolerant, and you plant them like 1/4 of an inch deep, and the spacing is 12 inches. Like I said, today the harvest is 65 days. Now I got a few more pots for a few more seeds, cold tolerant broccoli and lettuce and some more microgreens. But I'm just going to start a little bit at a time to give you guys updates on what worked and what didn't work and what we got to do about it. I'm just showing you some packs of lettuce I got saved from last year. We got a few lettuces, loose leaf, and black-headed Simpson, I think. Now I'm going to save the lettuce to plant up on the next time we come back. I'm not going to do a whole lot of planting right now. I see y'all got spinach as well. It takes a spinach a long time to come up, and these seeds are kind of old. Maybe they'll come up and maybe not, but we will see. Alright guys, a lesson in what not to do. I turned over my shelves and I picked them up, repotted some. These are kale in this area. I did plant some lettuce. The lettuce is those smaller ones. And I got kale and microgreens in the other one, the mustard green. I'm hoping that some of this takes outside. I'm going to up-pot it and try to transfer some outside and keep the lettuce inside. So that will be on the next to do. Also, you'll notice that I got a light, an ordinary house light, and I think this is what made those plants leggy. You don't need a light for seeds to germinate, but when they germinate, you need to put them in a good south-facing window. And if you got grow lights, the right kind of light, you can use those. It's important that the mixture don't dry out. You can check it every day. It doesn't have to be soaking wet, but make sure it doesn't dry out. If it's cold in the house, you can use a little heating mat. But normally these cold tolerant crops can germinate because they can germinate in the cold. They don't need a lot of heat to germinate. Well, thank you for visiting me again. Alright guys, time to end this video. We're going to be back, part 3. We're going to grow some food and we're going to grow it together. I wish you many blessings in this journey with me. We're going to do this together. Be blessed. Comment, share, and subscribe. Goodbye. Till next time.